Welcome to WagerTalk TV, where it is always $9 Monday at WagerTalk. All daily packages for Monday's action, plus college football and NFL priced at only $9. That includes any 5% best bets, normally priced at $30. Guys, I'm Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas on Twitter, joined by SIG at SIG Las Vegas and Marco D'Angelo at Marco in Vegas. And we're talking horse racing. Okay, Marco's taught me a lot over the last couple weeks. So Sid, it is your turn. Give me some tips, some advice for myself and the viewers out there on how we should kind of start to get into betting horses.
Okay, best thing to do is get your feet wet early. It's going to be very intimidating. You walk in there, people are spouting out superfectas,
well, especially on like Derby weekends and stuff like that, right?
Right. Basically, start easy. Win, place, show. Win bet, your horse has to win the race. Place, he has to finish first or second. Show, finish first, second, or third. You can make those bets for every race. I mean, if you want to be super conservative, bet show. You might bet $2 and only get $2.20 back, but that's 20 cents more you didn't have when you started.
All right, Marco, some tips for our viewers.
Well, I'm going to give the first tip of people betting horse racing, and it's a tip that my dad gave me, and it stuck with me, and it's something that I use in my philosophy with sports betting as well. You can beat a race. You can't beat the races. Don't try to play when you walk into a sports book, you look up there, there's going to be 15 tracks running at one time.
It's no different than any other sports bet, right? You're not going to go in there and bet the whole board.
Yeah, exactly. But some people want to do that. Concentrate on a particular race. You can do it. Find an edge. That's the first tip that I would give somebody that's starting out. The second tip, there's different types of races, Kelly. There's condition races, allowance races, maiden races, claiming races. The one that I would say to avoid as a newbie are the maiden races. And the reason I say that is the maiden races are the most unpredictable because none of those horses have won a race yet. That's why it's called a maiden race. But also, you don't know if that particular stable, owners group, and that if they want to win that race, because the biggest jump in racing for a horse is from a maiden race to a straight winners of one. That first race is going to be their easiest race, and sometimes they want to educate the horse before they graduate with a win and have to move into tougher competition. So I'm not saying they're stiffing their horse, but I'm saying they might not be racing to win. They might tell their jockey, we want the horse to learn to come from behind, rate them, pull them off the gate, stay 10 lengths off and then charge hard and then see what you get. That's why I stay away from maiden races, because I've told my jockeys to do that too.
All right, Sig, I'll go back to you.
Okay, to extrapolate on what Marco was saying, horse racing is a lot like poker. Both he and I play. I'm not sure if you do, Kelly, or not. But you have to choose your spots. If you try to play every hand in poker, you're going to lose.
I just want to be. I can't sit there. I have no patience.
If you try to bet every race on a card, you're going to end up losing eventually. Like as he said, you can't beat the races. You want to pick your spots. You want to find a spot where you feel the bets you have an advantage, and you want to place that bet.
Can you give me an example of how you find some value in this monstrous card? As Marco mentioned, you walk in, there's 15 races going on at once.
There's a lot of stakes races, especially this Saturday coming up. And when there's that many stakes races, there's always going to be a lot of entrants in there. It's really trying to find the needle in the haystack, looking at past performances, looking at trainers, looking at jockeys, looking over how horses perform over that particular track. And it's finding those needles in the haystack where you make your money. It's finding a horse that's not the favorite, because you want to beat the favorite. You beat the favorite, you're going to win money eventually in the long run.
Absolutely. All right, Marco, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, also look, one suggestion I would make to people, again, is you walk into a sports book, there's going to be 15 different tracks running. I would, for me personally, when I walk into the tracks that I try to concentrate on one or two tracks at a time. I don't want to try to be jumping back and forth from all the different tracks. If it's early in the day, I'll look at a New York track, whether it be Belmont or Aqueduct, whatever's running at that time, and then I'll look at Gulfstream.
You don't like to look at Yonkers?
No. I've been to Yonkers. We could do a video on that one. My experience at the Yonkers racetrack. But then I'll play a West Coast track later in the day. And if you single in, it's just like in sports betting, Kelly. You know how you like to concentrate on certain conferences because you get to know a few of them? Know a track, know the trainers, know the jockeys, and you'll find certain combinations. Like, if you're racing on the West Coast and you see a Bob Baffert horse teamed up with a Mike Smith jockey, that's a good combination. When they're in a big race, they generally do well. look at things like that and watch horses in form patterns. Horses that's why you read the racing form. If you have a horse coming off a layoff, generally the first start is not going to be the one that he guns it out of there. That's generally a tightener race or a prep race. Watch them in the second and third race off of a layoff. You'll see the better efforts.
All right, great stuff from both guys. $9 Monday at WagerTalk. All of Monday's packages for anything from Monday's action plus early college football and NFL priced at only $9. That includes any 5% best bets normally priced at $30.